respiratory system models. Okay? So if you actually label them in your lab manual, the best thing you can do, don't worry about them, just follow me, leave the book alone, follow me in the model. Okay? Next time I'm going to go through the lab models for the digestive system. And what I really sincerely advise you to do is to label the digestive system models before you come to lab, because we are not going to go through the digestive system in lecture before we go through it in lab. And if you came here blank, you are going to waste that lab period and not get anything out of it. So label your lab model pictures before you come here. Leave them alone. Follow me in the models. There are a whole bunch of them. So you are better off labeling before you come. The third period, I'm going to go over the review questions for both systems. And there are 4 plates, 2 from the digestive system, 2 from the respiratory system, that are often used because they contain structures that are not in your models or in your lab pictures. So I'm going to bring those up here on the lab monitors and allow you to take pictures. So for the last section, make sure your camera or your cell phone is charged, okay, to take these 4 pictures. Now, other than that, just make sure, please, that you be very precise. And the reason I go through the trouble of showing you where the label is going to be, because I need you to know specifically what is needed where the label is put there versus here. And the other thing, make sure you read the question. Always half the answer is knowing the question. If you don't read the question and try to answer, you are starting from 0. So try to get yourself up to half a point by reading the question. The other half will come from answering. Okay? And that is about it. This is very straightforward, and I think you can do it. Okay, so let us get some labels here, and let us start doing this. Okay. Okay, let us start with this one. With this model, okay, if the label is right here, like that, okay, that is the nostril or external nares, okay? You might be better sitting up there in that table so you will not miss a lot. If the label instead is inside here, okay, that is the nasal vestibule. So there is a difference between the external nares or nostril and the nasal vestibule. If the label is here or here, these are the conchae. You don't have to identify superior, inferior, or middle. Just nasal conchae is enough. If the label is in between the conchae, like that, that is the meatus. That is the meatus. Okay? If the label is here or here, these are the paranasal sinuses. Paranasal sinuses. If the label is across here, like this, across here like that, or across here like that, that is the nasal cavity. That is the nasal cavity. Now, if the label is right here, like this, that is the internal nares, right here. That is the internal nares. Now, if the label is here, like that. That is the hard palate. The other part of it right here is the soft palate. That is the soft palate. Now, the tip of the soft palate right here, that is not covered by the red tape. This is called uvula. This is called the uvula. Now, if you have a label that is going across here, and we said that is the internal nares, and then another label of the same color going across here like this. And the question said, identify the area between the two green tapes. This area is the nasopharynx. Is the nasopharynx. And in the nasopharynx, there are two things you need to be aware of. Okay? First thing is right here, and that is the eustachian tube or auditory tube. Eustachian or auditory tube. The other thing is right here. That is the adenoid or pharyngeal tonsil. Okay? That is all that is there. Okay, for the nasopharynx, it extends from the internal nares to the epiglottis. It contains the adenoid or pharyngeal tonsils, contain the eustachian tube. Okay? Now, if the label is between this uvula here and the tip of this cartilage is the epiglottis, which is one of the large cartilages in the larynx. So if the label is like that, and the question said identify the area between the two green tapes, that is the oropharynx. Notice that it is right behind the oral cavity. Okay? In the oropharynx, two things. Right here. First, this is the tongue. This is the tongue right here. At the base of the tongue right here, this is the lingual tonsils right here. Right at this spot at the base of the tongue. Now, in the oropharynx, there is another pair of tonsils called the palatine tonsils, resting way inside there where the pen is pointing, right here. Those are the palatine tonsils.
Can you show that to us?
That is right here. Right there. Okay? Inside. That is the palatine tonsils, right here. Okay? Now, that is for the oropharynx. For the laryngopharynx, it extends all the way from the glottis right here, the tip of the epiglottis right here, all the way to the cricoid cartilage. And this is the cricoid cartilage. This is the cricoid cartilage, one of the large cartilages of the pharynx. We will come to it in a minute. But this is where the laryngopharynx is placed. We said that in lecture. When air comes in, this laryngopharynx has a side entrance, which is this one right here. A side entrance where the air is going to go. So if you are breathing, now let me remove this here. If you are breathing air only, and air comes in here, it goes into this side entrance into the larynx, okay? Take you into the larynx, into the trachea, and into the lungs. If instead of breathing, you are swallowing food or a drink, then this epiglottis is going to go like that. See that? It is going to go like this and close the side entrance from the oropharynx into the larynx. Close it like that. Now, the food or the fluid you are drinking will go right down here will not enter in the trachea, will go all the way down right here into this tube. This tube is the esophagus right here. That is the esophagus, which is going to lead you into the stomach. So this is how the laryngopharynx is going to regulate the passage of food and water, okay, and air. Air, this is open, it goes right in here. Food, this is closed, it goes right down here into the esophagus. Okay, very simple, very straightforward. Now, if you ever happen to drink something, especially soda, real quick, before you give the epiglottis to go like that, okay, and close this, the soda or the drink is going to go right down here, and it initiates a very strong coughing reflex. You cough right up, everything goes in, and if you cough it hard enough, it can go right here through the oropharynx, nasopharynx, come right out in your nose, right there. It's probably happened to you a million times, you never know how to explain it. Now you know. Okay? That is why. That is why. So that is it here. Now this right here, this is the larynx. This is the epiglottis, one of the three big cartilages. This is the cricoid cartilage, the other one. And this line right here represents the thyroid cartilage, the third large one. But I seriously doubt it that will be labeled here. It is going because we have very nice models of the larynx itself, and I will show it to you in a minute, and I will show you how it is labeled.